Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning.
Velkommen.
Welcome.
Welcome to UEG Week Virtual 2021.
Whatever your level of expertise, you will find the best and latest updates on UEG Week Virtual.
I wish you those days full of interesting, diverse and creative content.
I count on your contribution and I thank you.
Viel Freude, ingest the best.
Ingest the best.
Just the best.
Ingest the best.
Ingest the best.
Keyword var ingest the best.
Get ready to ingest the best.
Ingest the best.
Ingest the best.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our TV studio here in Vienna. My name is Jonathan McRae and this is our UEG Week Tonight session, which is sort of a mixed bag. You'll get to meet some young faculty members and some let's say more mature faculty members. We'll meet some familiar faces and some new ones. And of course, we're going to meet our UEG Lifetime Achievement Awardee. Let's bring in our faculty, shall we? They are Professor Axel Dignas, Professor Magnus Simran, Professor Michael Farthing, Professor Rebecca Fitzgerald, and Dr. Henrietta Heinrich. Hello, folks. Good evening. How are we all? Good?
Good night.
Good.
Wonderful.
Magnus, you were on stage with me last year many times in studio. I expect nothing but perfection from you this evening.
Thank you. I hope to meet those expectations.
Excellent. That didn't start well.
No. we can start all over again.
No, we're live. You know we're live.
Oh.
Magnus, tell me about your day. You have a good day?
Had a great day, looking at a lot of sessions, a lot of abstracts, posters, and also some invited presentations. Really nice mixed program, so I had a beautiful day.
Thank you very much. Henrietta, what does it feel like to be in studio? We were talking down the lens last time I saw you. Now you're here. Do you feel like a movie star?
Not really, but it's an experience, I would call it. Very exciting.
Very good. How has your day been?
Very good. I had a really good day of mix and match sessions online, and also it was great to meet people here. So I had a really good day.
Rebecca, I saw you walking to the centre this afternoon. You had an intent face on you. You have a very busy life going on with all of your research, and now you're here. How have you managed to find time to be here, and how has your day been?
Well, it's much more fun to be here in person than looking at you through a Zoom screen, I can say that. I had a great afternoon, especially hearing the free papers on screening. Very interesting session.
Very good. Michael, I know you're a former UEG president and chair of the scientific committee, and we are honoured to have you here as our Lifetime Achievement Award winner. How does it feel to be back again accepting this award?
Well, unmissable, I would say. Absolutely wonderful. Vienna became my home, second home, over many years. The biggest achievement today was to persuade the border guards to let me in with my COVID pass.
They're very strict here. They're very strict. So, Axel, we're going to close off this day with this session where we honour the Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Tell me about the award, what it means, and what you have to do to get it.
Yeah, I think this is the most prestigious award UEG has to deliver. You need to have at least a 30-year career in the field of GI, very important. So this shows that we have a guy who is only 60 years of age, because otherwise you will not be able to get it. But it's not the scientific contributions in the field of GI and hepatology. It's also the contributions for gastroenterology in Europe, and moreover, especially the contributions for UEG as an organization. So I think this is very important. And just one short note, usually we have in council no votes, nothing. And there is the only thing where we have a very tough scoring system, and we have a vote. And This year it was very, very difficult. We had more than 12 candidates, and it was the toughest vote we had in my whole presidency.
Ah, okay. So lots of candidates. Then you must have a reason then why, it sort of sounds weird asking you this question in front of Michael, but why was Michael chosen as a winner?
I think you already mentioned his great contributions, and I think Rebecca will even go into a little bit deeper into this. But Mike was really the person who converted UEG into a scientific organization, both when he was a scientific chair and during his presidency. So he really has should get this award. Very important.
Let's hear a little bit about your achievements then, Michael, from a fellow of yours, Rebecca. Professor Rebecca Fitzgerald will now perform her laudation for Michael.
Hello, it's an absolute pleasure to present the Lifetime Achievement Award for Michael Farthing and to tell you a bit about why he is so deserving of this award. So Michael is a researcher and educator, and his passion for gastroenterology started with study in India while still a medical student, and he developed an academic interest in infectious disease of the gut, and he's held visiting professorships around the world. Michael has inspired a generation of researchers, and it includes myself, to pursue careers in clinical and basic science studies into infectious GI diseases, including HIV, parasitology, tropical enteropathy, and in my case, Barrett's esophagus. So I've had firsthand the power of persuasion and encouragement from Michael to pursue a clinical academic career. Michael has also been an editor of Gut and part of the phenomenal impact that this journal has had in the field. He won the prestigious Henry Bocker's Gold Medal in 2013, and that's awarded at each World Congress to a gastroenterologist who's made a really distinguished contribution to the clinical practice, science, and teaching. And I think Michael has contributed to all of those aspects. Michael is also a leader, a former president of the UEG and BSG. He's made lasting contributions to these societies. He's been a real pioneer modernizing the structure of these organizations. And in the BSG, this included the first appointment of the chief executive. He's been a tireless ambassador for high research standards and cooperative working in Europe and across the world. Also leaves a lasting legacy from his senior leadership roles as Dean of the Medical Schools at Barts and the London, Chair of Medicine in Glasgow, and Principal at St George's Hospital Medical School in London. He was Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of London in 2005 and became Vice Chancellor of the University of Sussex in 2007. He currently holds a position as Honorary Professor at UCL. And in Europe, Michael was a council member and then President 1998 to 2001 of the European Association of Gastroenterology and Endoscopy. He was a member of the council and then later chair of the scientific committee of UEGF and president of UEG in 2014 to 2015. Michael is also forward-looking. He doesn't let organizations stand still. So he's made a long-lasting contribution to the BSG, and in UEG, he's forged the path of progress. For example, this photograph showing his strategy away day, which helps make the UEG what we know it is today. And last but not least, you can't work with Michael without having fun and enjoying yourself. Michael is a people person, a team player, someone who likes good food and wine, knows how to enjoy the company of those around him, and to recognize the contribution and skills of everyone in the team. And importantly, Michael, you know how to laugh. So thank you for your lifelong dedication to gastroenterology, to medicine, and to education. And many congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, Professor, a wonderful tribute to an absolutely astonishing career. Congratulations on being UEG Week 2021's Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Axel.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. And this is the Astrid Prize.
So congratulations, Michael. As Rebecca listed all of these achievements. Did one of these stand out to you? Because as Axel said, this award is not just about your scientific excellence, but also about your contribution to UEG. What are you most proud of from that long list of achievements?
Well, I think the job for UEG that transformed me was chair of the scientific committee. It was the opportunity to shape the meeting. And I think we did make some changes. But of course, you never do these things alone. And it would be completely incorrect for anybody to go away from this evening's talk and think that, you know, I was the person that did it. It's a group of people. It's a recycling of people. And I think one of the wonderful opportunities I had was to think about who would come into that group, who would interact, and who would bring something extra. So it was very, very much a teamwork.
I know from your early years as a trainee that the United States was the big meeting, and you might talk to us a little bit about how that perception has changed over time, and how UEG has grown throughout your career.
So yes, I mean, to go to the DDW, as it was still called, back in the early 80s, was a trainee's dream, really. To get a piece of work into that meeting was seen to be success. And I think over the 30 or 40 years, really, that's followed, I think that vision has changed. And you know, we've just said ingest the best. I would say UEG Week is the best. And it's been transformed by several generations of people that have contributed to the architecture of that program.
Well, we have a little surprise for you, because you talked about the number of people you've worked with. We have some colleagues of yours who might want to say a few words, some familiar faces.
Christoph Beglinger, Basel, Switzerland, former UEG Secretary General. Dear Michael, I was full of joy when I received the message that you will receive this year's UEG Lifetime Achievement Award. I couldn't think of a better choice. Your vision and inspiration has helped to restructure UEG into a modern society devoted to all aspects of gastrointestinal and liver diseases. Congratulations, and thank you so much for all the wonderful years we could spend together. Christoph.
I am Peter Miller from the UK. I had the privilege of serving UEG as a chairman of the Federation and then treasurer during its formative years. Michael, congratulations on receiving this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. Very richly deserved. I hope that it will remind you of the fun that we all had in bringing UEGF through its first stumbling steps to the preeminent position that a mature UEG holds in the world of gastroenterology today. Michael, heartiest congratulations.
Michael, do I detect a little bit of a tear in that eye? How does it feel hearing from old colleagues about your time with them over time?
As a clinician, as a physician, one is always grateful to the thanks one gets from patients. But as an academic and as an academic manager, there's nothing better than the thanks and the recognition from like colleagues. And it's a very, very moving time for me to have colleagues say such nice things.
They do say nice things. And one of the things that I've heard over and over again is that you were always keen to support young talent. we have some young talent in the room today. Perhaps you might maybe talk to us about how important it is to encourage young people to pursue that career in GI and to get involved with organisations like UEG.
Our young people are the future. And if we don't engage them now, before they get too old and too stuck in their ways, we'll lose all of the benefits that they bring to an organisation like this. And I think this is one of the big changes that have occurred over the last 20 years, which is the progressive engagement with trainees, with people at the beginning of their career, and then keeping them on track and giving them positions of responsibility. That's our future. And I mean, the other thing is, of course, you've got to be able to spot good talent. And the only self-congratulatory remark I can say about Rebecca is that I did spot that she was very smart.
Rebecca, how important is it to have people who care about the next generation as well as their own careers?
I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. You say care about the next generation. So, you know, and it's tough starting on a career. And I remember, I don't know if Michael remembers, but the first time I ever met him and was looking to come back to the UK from the US and start on my clinical specialist training in gastroenterology and continue in research. And I walked into Michael's office feeling somewhat, you know, Professor Farthing's office, feeling rather in fear and trepidation. And what was fantastic was that he was interested in me and my career and what I was going to do. He was very interested in the research I'd done, even though it was a different field to his own, and really wanted to know in detail what I'd done and wanted to support me and said, you know, are you going to come here? Come to Barts in the London. So that means a lot. And a mentor is someone who really takes you seriously, gives you that backing support and encouragement to have the confidence you need. Because I think early on, it's really difficult to believe in yourself because it just seems really quite daunting.
It seems like there's a message perhaps there for people watching at home who have the opportunity to give that sign of hope and affirmation to young researchers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We all need it. And it doesn't stop. It continues. And Michael also gave me some very practical tips. You know, helped me to hire my first research assistant and said, Rebecca, you're going to be rotating around the region. You need some continuity in the research. That was very wise advice. And a mentor is someone who's there with you on the journey all the way through. So I know I can phone up Michael anytime. I can phone Michael tomorrow and ask him for some career advice. And that's what we need. We need different people on our journey that we can turn to anytime and ask honestly and frankly for their view and their opinion.
Henrietta, you are obviously very active in young GI. What does it mean to you to have mentors? And maybe you might talk about that relationship of mentor-mentee.
You know, I found it very encouraging what Rebecca said, that she calls up her mentor. When you start out, you think, I need a mentor, and he's going to push me in the right direction, and I'm going to ride off into the sunset. And that just doesn't happen. It's very encouraging to hear that this is a continuous process throughout a very successful career, that you have different mentors that you can, or a mentor who supports you with difficult career decisions, with difficult situations at work or with your research, that you can call up. And it's also important to know that there will be troubles along the way, and that there are still people who help you manage them, even when you are sort of grown up. It's really important. And I think a mentor for me is exactly as you said, someone you can just call up and say, well, I've got this problem, what's your advice?
And of course, throughout your career, education is important as well. I might ask you to touch very briefly on the career development program that UEG offers. So
UEG has a very nice career development program, because it basically, you grow with UEG from, a basic evidence-based medicine course. It gets you started in the UEG, a young investigator course. That's how I got into UEG. That's where I met many people that I still collaborate with today. Then you start to give lectures. Then you get the opportunities to join different committees like the YTG, where you get experience in developing educational contents. Then you start to see the needs that are there. So usually on the job, you don't learn how to communicate or to negotiate effectively. This is something that you feel that you should be born with, but this is something that we try to bring into the education now, that these skills can be learned. Leadership skills can be learned, communication skills can be learned, and I think UEG is very empowering in that regard, not only for young GIs, but also for GIs throughout their whole career.
I hope you were listening during your leadership class, because congratulations. I believe you are the chair-elect to be of the UEG Education Committee, so congratulations with that. Tell me a little bit about that and how you feel.
I'm not sure whether I've really processed it, but I'm very, very happy and I'm very honored. And I'm already thinking about all the hard and fun work that this is going to entail, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with all committees across UEG, and it's going to be working with friends, so it's going to be a great productive adventure.
Well, having spoken to Elena, I know there's huge plans for education, so you will have a lot on your plate, but congratulations with that. Magnus, we were talking about education there. Perhaps you might tell us a little bit about how important education is for a young career and what UEG is offering at the moment.
I mean, it's, as has been said already, it's key for young and also experienced gastroenterologists to have good education, and therefore UEG puts a lot of effort into really produce good education, and the educational offers in UEG has grown substantially over the last couple of years, especially when it comes to online learning, where we have grown tremendously. So we have all these different continuing medical education, both online and face-to-face, targeting different age groups, different specialities within gastroenterology, different stages of careers, different disciplines, but all with a focus to have a multidisciplinary approach, which really fits quite well with the federation idea, the umbrella organization, serving all our member societies and national societies. So education is key for us.
You have a summer school as well?
Summer school as well, yeah. So, I mean, we're long to come back to face-to-face meetings, and next year there will be a face-to-face summer school, an updated one with focus on hands-on training. And there are a lot of other face-to-face events as well next year. We have masterclass in colorectal cancer with blended learning, online and on-site education, not simultaneously, but both aspects, all within a multidisciplinary approach.
And did you touch on the PGT?
I didn't yet, but I can do that, because that's one of our success stories, of course, the PGT virtual, which will happen October 22nd to 23rd. I think the latest figures were 3,400 participants, but since this is a virtual event, I don't think there are any limits to the number of participants. So I think you should all register for the PGT course. We go back to our 3-year curriculum again. And next year, the PGT will come back to its normal place to precede the week, to take part in this fantastic hybrid event that we're planning next year for UEG Week 2022.
If you would like more information on the UEG education program, ueg.eu/education is the link. As well as that, don't forget about the Mistakes in Digibook, which is included in the Virtual Congress bag this year and includes their 8 latest articles. And the 3 mistakes in session in the program of UEG Week, which is tomorrow at 9 a.m, where you can meet the experts who made the mistakes and learn what the consequences were of those. Axel, what are you looking forward to tomorrow?
First of all, I'm really looking forward to the UEG Digested, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, because you get a very good summary of what has happened today, and you can really look again and look at the recorded sessions. But I also look at the late-breaking abstract session. There will be phase 3 studies, very important. I look at the moderated poster sessions, because these are the small studies which bring us so much, especially on basic science. So I think we will have a very great program tomorrow. And what I also looking forward is the hands-on course on ultrasonography. So there will be something on the pancreatic gut, on the liver diseases, and also on the digestive tract. And this is really hands-on for all levels of knowledge and experience.
Great. Michael, what are your picks for tomorrow according to the scientific program?
Well, there's too many to mention, but I shall be listening in and watching the mistakes session. I think it's really important for us clinicians to be able to reflect on where we've got it wrong. And I shall be sitting there co-chairing the session on career beasts. So the challenges that careers for young people bring, and we'll be talking about that later tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I absolutely agree about mistakes. A lot of the time when we come to these sort of meetings, it's about your best work, how you did everything great, and it's very important to recognise those mistakes. Okay. That's it from us in the studio today. If you would like more information, you can find the staff in the UEG booth, of course. And if you need a break in between the programme, there's yoga and cooking classes, industry exhibition, the product theatre and satellite symposia. So much for you to explore across the platform, so do enjoy it. But tomorrow morning, we will see you at 8 a.m. for UEG Week Digested, where we'll have some more world-renowned faculty in studio going through their top picks from the programme. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8. One final congratulations to our UEG Lifetime Award winner, Michael Farthing, and to all of our faculty in studio. Have a great evening. Thank you. So our mic's down, but